just in case I haven't pointed out, I'm actually running for charity. I'm not doing this because of love of my heart. I'm not doing this to get fit. I'm quite happy just eating food and doing nothing and I've been at my desk. I'm doing this for charity. And because I'm so unfit, zero fitness, flab everywhere, I need to have a training plan that gets me off the couch. So I'm doing a couch potato, or is it sofa, to 5k, which is bloody hell, 3 bloody miles, excuse the swearing. And then from that, I have to work my way up to 10k. So pretty much my whole training plan is 16 weeks. 16 blooming weeks. Can you imagine that? I'm not even going to start because it's going to sound like a rant. But by the time I finish this, I'll be 1 week down and it will just be 15 weeks. What an absolute nightmare. The nightmare is not talking about the topics I'm going to talk about, stretching, challenge and quitting. It's what a nightmare. The sky is grey. It's opened up its bladder. It's bladdering it down. It's raining. What a nightmare. What a nightmare. So what is my nightmare? I'm going like 44 seconds about nightmare. Well, slept out of the house. And I thought, okay, this is simple. The first 2 sessions were simple, right? Even I could do it. Couch potato could do it. Oh my goodness, what a challenge. It was, I can't do this. It was a 1 minute on, 1 minute off. So at the end of it, I was jogging, but walkers were walking faster than I was jogging. That's how hard it was. Anyway. So when I say stretching, got to start doing proper stretches, right? Got to start doing proper stretches. I felt my left leg and it nearly seized up. And I'm like, I wasn't taking this seriously because I started off, on the fat people's plan, which was 1 minute running and like a 5 minute walk. I was like, oh, this is easy. I can do it easy peasy. This one off, one on. I felt the pressure. I feel my upper body weight. I've got to stop going to Sainsbury's and having that £1.20 where I buy a cheese bun and a pain or raisin or whatever they call it. That's what I eat every day. £1.20 from Sainsbury's. It's got to stop. I'm going to probably buy the Dorset stuff, which is quite flash. I know it's flash, but compared to what I spend every day on breakfast, because I'm just feeding my mouth, just chugging it down, it will help me. Okay, so I'm talking about stretching, so I'm going to have to start. If I continue stretching, because I'm just doing this all day, that's how perplexed I am. So, proper stretching, because by the end of the first session, they give you a real taste of how the training sessions will be. At the end of the first week, there will be a real taste of the training sessions, right? And this just really, look, I'm sweating. The first 2, I didn't sweat. I wasn't sweating. I left my house. I came back. I was like, yeah, this is easy. I was passing people by. I was like, whoa, this is hard. So I'm actually in a sweat, sweat. And I'm going to do a proper cool down because I felt my legs seized up. Like, yeah, no, I don't do all that warm up. I was doing stretches because they said warm up. And I kind of know I'm going out cold, so let me heat up my body a bit. But I need to do proper stretches. I'm going my lingo now. So, challenge. That's the challenge bit. It is very challenging once you start going on the second week. The 1 minute run, 1 minute walk, I felt it. I really felt it, and I felt the pressure on my legs, and I felt the fact that I've been stuffing my face. So I've done stretching, and I've done challenge. It is a challenge. Quitting. I nearly quit, right? I was 4 minutes into it, and I'm like, I'm not doing this anymore. I'll buy myself out of it. And you can, it doesn't sound really good, but people do buy themselves out of challenges. But then it's for charity. You can buy yourself out of a challenge. That's really bad, but you can actually donate the money you'll have raised and not do it. Quitting, whatever, the money still goes. But I'm not going to quit because there's a reason why I'm doing this. Number one, I can't quit because I'm unhealthy. Well, I can. A lot of people do. The population is fat. I'm one of the fat population. I'm a fat statistic. It is what it is. However, doing it for a cause. I'm actually doing it for developing communities in Kenya and Tanzania, which I'm going to talk about later on. As I reach, I want to at least be committed within myself, because right now I'm on shaky grounds. Because I said I can't buy myself out of the contract. Yeah, really, for serious, for real, right? Let's not be this. Oh my God, I'm so happy to be training things. No. This is why Michelle Obama has like training programs for fat people, for kids, and this is why in England they're doing all this fat thing, get healthy, because you know what, it's an option. So, God, look at me, I'm so joyful about this, about running. But I am doing it. These communities, especially the children, they are orphans, or they have parents that cannot support them. And for me to say I will not do something is just really out of order, I guess. I'm actually have committed because I used to work there as well. But then again, I could start going to Sainsbury's and put it in a tin and give it and buy myself a contract. Yeah, that defeats the point. So proper stretches from now on. So right now I'm going to do a proper cool down, which means I'm going to be doing my yoga stretches, because I always wasn't this way. This is just age and maturity, and find out I do have choice whether to be fit and unfit, and I'm like the lazy person. I take the lazy person's way. It is quite a challenge. It is for me a challenging program, because I'm really unfit. I don't run. I'm the kind of person that will run halfway for the bus and think, you know what, stop, let's walk, because another bus will come. There's always one behind. And if you live where I live, they get 3 in a row behind. You know, so as you're walking from one, and even when that bus driver looks at you in his rear mirror and he drives off, another one comes through. So this is the kind of town. So yeah, I don't run for buses here in London. In the tube as well, I walk down the escalators, but that's walking down gravity. I'm not walking up against escalators. God, how do I sound? So yeah, so that's it. So I'm going to have to do proper stretches. Fitty Happy is great, but I'm also going to have to do proper focus stretches, because I feel I did feel my knee. I mean, it's gone now, but it is about doing a proper warm up and proper stretches. Cool down, whatever. I walked. That's another thing. I'm going over time. It's 20 minutes, 22 minutes, because it's an interval, 1 off, 1 on, and it's running, walking, not running. Let's make it real. That's jogging at a snail pace, and people walking me by because it's daylight. Oh God, 7 minutes on this rant. So yeah, you can sponsor me. I think I'm going to put it somewhere. I haven't done my page yet. If you enjoy me being like this, I'll make it more positive. Really, it's running, people. Because all those people who are fit will not be doing this. Oh wow. So it's also stopped raining. Wow, thank you, rain. Okay, my route. I changed my route. Talking about my route now. Let's be slightly more positive. Slightly more positive or positive. My route was different because it was daylight, so it was light, so I could actually take the park. That was when my knee seized up, or my leg, or whatever. That reminded me, girl, you got to do some stretches, proper ones. And I went through, like, it's nice, but as well, I overran. So I had a 5-minute walk back. I don't give walking. So, oh God, I hope I entertain you with my pain. I'm going to have to dig out my videos and do some yoga stretches. Yeah, I used to be a fitness freak. No, not really. I used to collect videos. I'm the kind of person that New Year's, I collect videos. I have Davina McCall's video. I'm not using that. I'm just going to get a stretching videos, and probably do some Pilates stretches and do a proper cool down and make sure that my muscles don't seize up. And thank goodness for rest day, so I'm off tomorrow, and I would possibly, maybe, definitely, I don't know, do another video to tell you my progress. So End of week 1, very challenging. Week 1, and I've got like, well, on this program, I've got 7 more weeks, and of the other one, I've got 8 more weeks. So basically, I've got 15 more weeks, and goodness knows what's waiting for me. Because I've looked at the end of this program, and I expect it to run 50 minutes straight and have a 1 walk interval, and I'm struggling on one off, one on. But definitely my upper body weight needs to go because my knees can't support it. Well, let's not talk about knees. Let's just talk about my butt and my thighs, my bottom and my thighs, and my jelly belly needs to be reduced for my knees. Okay, that's probably why a lot of fat people have knee problems. I have kind of knee problems when I'm going upstairs, but you know what? I take lifts upstairs. It doesn't bother me. Thank you.